Good evening and welcome to Chimes and Bells of Plenty, a concert given by the Church of the Advent Junior Chimers and Advent Toners. It's no secret that 2020 has been a very unusual year, but we in the music program have done everything we can to keep things as normal as possible, and that's been by having regular rehearsals over the past 3 months. After a little break, we figured that we'd experiment a little bit, and so that's why we formed a new group for the fall called the Junior Chimers. Junior Chimers, can you all wave at the camera? You can wave your chimes? Yay! And then we have the Advent Toners that you're going to hear after the Junior Chimers play. The Junior Chimers have been led admirably and capably over the past 3 months by Sally Frick. There are 3 fine chimers that are augmented by a couple of adult bell players, Lindsay Brackage and myself. And at this point, I am going to turn everything over to Sally, who's going to introduce herself and tell us what all they're going to play. Here is Sally Frick.
Good evening. What a strange experience this is for all of us. I think it's certainly my first performance with a mask on, and so we're just going to enjoy this moment and remember it fondly in years to come. The first 2 pieces we're doing are the variations on the famous hymn piece Woche het op, but we're calling it Morning Bells. Morning Bells 1. To the variation, Morning Bells 2. Thank you so much. Our next piece is the Shaker Hymn, Simple Gifts. While by our sheep. Or it's actually while by my sheep. Sorry about that. And for our last piece that we're going to perform, before we move on to our wonderful adults, we'd like to do our best, our most favorite Christmas hymn, "O Come All Ye Faithful." Thank you. I want to thank Dr. Schaffner so much and all the wonderful parents who are sitting socially distanced away from us, and especially our members of the Junior Chimers. And we are so looking forward to further performances, but we will probably come back as a choir of singers. And this has been a rare and wonderful opportunity. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Junior Chimers, and thank you, Sally.
Well.
Short pause, and you will see the screen go to a blank spot because we have a little bit of a scene change as we go from children's chimers to adult bell ringers. Welcome back to Act 2. Welcome back. Now that the intermission has ended, we are on Act 2 of tonight's performance. And before Act 2 begins, I would like to thank publicly our wonderful audiovisual team of Boyce Lawton, Ted Gage, and Zach Blankenship, and Cricket. We can't do without Cricket, that's for sure. Zach's dog. We're going to start with a piece by Wayne Bisbee called Bell, Peal, and G. We played this for the St. Francis Day service outside back in October, and I will say bells work very, very well outside, which we discovered, both on the 4th and the 18th. Our next piece is written by Michael Hellman. We're going to play the first 3 movements out of his 4-movement third suite for handbells. The first movement is called Processional. Then we're going to play a beautiful slow piece called Aria. Then we're going to play a little bit of a faster, very exciting piece called Scherzo. And Scherzo is Italian for the word meaning joke. So here it is. The first 3 movements of the third suite for handbells by Michael Hellman. And now we're in the season of Advent. We're going to play a piece called Advent Promise. And Advent Promise is partially based on a hymn that a lot of us know for Advent called Come Thou Long Expected Jesus. If you think you know the tune when you hear it, by all means, sing along from your homes. Or out there, you all can sing along too. And because 'tis the season when we hear lots of Christmas music, we're going to play 3 Christmas hymns for you to close our program. I'm not going to speak in between, but I'm just going to tell you what these Christmas carols are now. They are Lo, How a Rose, Angels from the Realms of Glory, and the last one is called Gentle Mary Laid Her Child, but all of us, myself included, will know it better as Good King Wenceslas. Thank you so much for tuning in, and we hope you enjoy the last 3 selections of tonight's program. Thank you so much, everybody, for tuning in. It has been a pleasure to do this concert tonight. I wish you a blessed Advent and a Merry Christmas. Good night, everybody.